All right, good evening, everyone. This is Aaron Yoon coming at you from New York City. And today is just another day in continuing my losing streak. Um, not very happy at all right now. Um, if we look right now, I'm holding one position that is it wasn't really much of that big of a loss, to be perfectly honest. It was really more of a break even kind of day. I did lose a bunch of money, but the reason that I feel like it was a loss is because all of the trades that I normally take, for whatever reason, I'm like off my game and off my rhythm, and I'm not taking them. And I do think because I haven't done my like yesterday and today, Monday, Tuesday, this week, I have not done my usual trading routine, or pre-trading routine where I wake up early and I just kind of get situated and I get my mind right. I sometimes I'll exercise a little bit, sometimes I'll exercise before, or sometimes I'll exercise after, and just to like wake up and stay mentally sharp. But Monday and Tuesday, I kind of ended up sleeping in a little bit, and so I wasn't mentally sharp. Is really, I guess, what I'm trying to say, because I got started in my routine much later, and the market is not going to wait until I am awake to open. Right, it's just going to open 9 a.m. sharp, and both times I looked at the opening range breakout for crude oil yesterday and today, and they were both massive. Well, today was ridiculously massive, but yesterday was a decent opportunity as well. Um, Yesterday's opening range, clear like indication that it's on the bullish trend. This is on the 5 minute, so this is not the trend time frame, but you can see that the RSI was well above 60, and there was no reason for me not to take this opening breakout long. Um, but I didn't, and I can't really remember why. The only explanation I can really come up with is that I wasn't mentally sharp enough to think about it and take it. Although I remember looking at it and I saw I was late to the game and I saw that this was retracing back down, and I was like, ugh, I don't like the way that looks. But then I didn't go back. I didn't go back and check, and I mean, that was an opportunity to get in lower, although that doesn't that would be breaking the rules of the opening breakout trade. The breakout is like you get in above, once it breaks above this high of the 5 minute candle. Let me just make it a little bit bigger. um, so once it breaks above, this range right here. So if I took the whole range, which is 12 points on the QM, the mini crude oil, not too. It's a little bit outside of my normal risk, which is 10 points. It's a little bit outside of it, but it's not unreasonable. Even if I just took what I'm comfortable taking, 10 points, I wouldn't have gotten stopped out. And so I really don't know what I was afraid of here. And it was just I can't really explain, other than my mind wasn't right. Um, and yeah, I would have had my my traditional 3 to 1. I might have just taken 2 to 1 here because I'd be scared of, I don't know, one of these levels. Right? In retrospect, I don't understand why I didn't take it. And today is the same kind of story, because today there was even a more massive rally, and I wasn't looking. I am a little bit sidetracked and distracted on like other things that I have going on that does take me away, my mental game. It does take me away from my trading a little bit, but that's not really an excuse, because these are like default robot moves that I don't need to that I shouldn't require a lot of research and analysis and whatever to take. Like, it's just the simplest trade in the world. And today it was just, how many quarters did we pick up today from that one move? although the risk today was a little bit high, or another 12-point range today. Yesterday and today would have been huge wins. Instead, I took huge losses. Not huge losses. I over exaggerate when I lose. Um, it's not huge losses, but it's still losses nonetheless, and it's I'm negative for the week, so it's like not like this one move is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quarters. Although I might have stopped here, so at least 5 quarters. 5 quarters being $600, right? So it's just like, why did I not even look at this at all? I have no real explanation for it whatsoever, other than I'm just like not mentally fully in the game. So my trading routine is right now. My pre-trading routine is really what I should be talking about. My pre-trading routine is kind of broken, and it's not a very that's not a very good place to be. But it's also important to recognize when when you're in a slump, when you're off your game, not from the results necessarily, because I've had worse days last week and the week before, but it's the way I'm losing. It's the way that I'm showing up. It is not good. It's definitely not good. And even though I have other things going on right now that is taking up a lot of mental bandwidth, that's not an excuse, because this doesn't take up that much bandwidth. This is the easiest trade in the world, opening range breakout. Buy above, sell below, and both yesterday and today I would not have had anything to worry about getting shaken out. Sometimes what's frustrating is it can be it'll break above and break below and stop out both ways. That sucks. I hate when that happens, and that happened a couple of times last month. But but days like this where you just kind of hold it, and I could have even done the quarter stacking thing, in which case I would have accelerated my profits. And I could have even done it later, once it broke above this controlling high, and I didn't. I didn't do any of that. It was just very, very dumb. There's no real excuse for this. So I'm definitely not happy with myself right now. I've been kind of buried in my burying myself in like some books that I need to do for some copywriting that I'm doing from a website, and there's just like other stuff going on, and it's just really important. So anyone here who is trading while operating a full-time job, or while you are taking care of kids in the morning, or it's when you're distracted, I totally empathize with your need for full focus to recognize it, because this is a very emotional, at least if you're a beginner. If you're a beginner like me, I am absolutely a beginner. It's a super sensitive kind of game. It's not, you don't have that automatic execution like a professional would yet. I definitely don't. And so I'm not very happy with this with how I'm showing up to play. It's definitely something that I need to improve and get better. And I think the answer is I need to get up even earlier, so that I can it takes me a while to wake up and be fully mentally present. And that, so I'll get up, and then I'll drink water and a fiber kind of drink, just to get my metabolism going ASAP. And then I'll also do a meditation thing for 15 minutes to wake up. But what the past couple of days I've been doing that later, and that bleeds into the open, and so I'm not showing up ready to go, and watching the market for a good 15-30 minutes before the open, so I get a good feel for which way the prices want to go and stuff like that. And I have not had that, and I usually do have that going for me, and it makes it easy to take the trade or not take the trade. And I'm just so this the past 2 days could have easily made, if I, especially if I was stacking it, could have easily made my whole month. Because my monthly goal is $2,200, right? Which equates to $100 a day. There was easily room for $2,200 just within the last 2 days, because this move alone, especially if I'm stacking quarters along the way, I would have had. So it's like the idea here, just to give you a hypothetical on how to scale into positions, and this is what I said that I wanted to do. This is what I said that I. This is what I actually did on the euro a few weeks ago, and I was able to, make my month of July somewhat respectable and not a loss because of the euro and the pound. I had exponentially gained wins there. So the idea here is like, if I'm, let's say I'm in the breakout trade here, I've completed one quarter right here. This is the first quarter that I've completed. Once I complete this, I can either have a buy stop order or just market order. Set an alert here and then enter. Now from this green line to this dotted red line, I actually have two quarters operating. So I have this move becomes times 2, and then I can add another one. This move becomes times 3, and then I add another one. This move becomes times 4, and this one would have been a little bit scary because this dipped a little bit, but I wouldn't have stopped out because the stop would be on the previous dotted line. So I would have had one and maybe two more and then gotten stopped out here. So ultimately having basically none of this happened because I got stopped out here, right? So the idea then, if we're just counting, it would be 1 quarter, 2 3/4, plus 3 is 6 quarters, plus 4 is 10 quarters, plus 5 is 15 quarters. If I caught every single one, hypothetically, I probably would not have caught every single one, but it's a maximum profit of 15 quarters. So 15 times 125 is 1250 plus 620. That's like $1,800 potentially in one day. Assuming, I don't even know if I have enough margin to actually stack that many quarters up, to be honest. But it's just the idea of the trend. So like the whole theory of like, I want to find a trend, jump on the bandwagon, and scale into it, rather than just like taking a lot of different trades in other places. So I don't think realistically I would have captured every single one of these quarters. Realistically, today I captured none, so I don't know what I'm complaining about, but I was able to do it because this moves a lot faster. I was able to do this moving on the euro last month, holding it for like a little bit over a week, right? And this one happens in a matter of hours, right? So it moves very, very, very fast because that's the nature of energy. That's the nature of crude oil. But the opportunity was there. I took a shot instead, like an idiot. I took a shot at the natural gas, which is this. Again, this is the mini. This will look a little bit cleaner. This is the regular. I took a shot. Where did I take a shot? Took a shot here, seeing that. Let me give you a larger time frame. I took a shot here, seeing that this very bearish engulfing candle was going to push the price back down, and there's just like a lot of divergence, and I thought I was right, but I don't think that I think my analysis and my read was okay. It just didn't work. Not all trades are going to work, and so, but it just felt even worse because of the fact that I was looking at one security and where that doesn't move as much, and I completely ignored the huge move in another security right now. Right now, the crude oil is looking like it's retracing back. I don't know what that means. It's just it could be very, very tempting to jumped the gun. This was an area of support that held, and I think I had an order up here, which missed, right? Because this was the higher, safer zone to take, right? This level 42.25. But 42 even is a nice big dime number, right? 42 even. So I don't know. Maybe I should have taken both. But I don't know. I got scared. I wanted to take the safer one, and sometimes when you do that, you end up missing. So that's really it for today's video. It's like not really much to talk about. I took the things that helped me break even or kind of close to break even was the Nasdaq. I took a 75 points from the Nasdaq from this red line to this green line. I don't know why the arrows are not showing, but I did take a long here. Yeah, see here. I took a long from here to here, made $150 to cut into the losses a little bit so that it wasn't as painful of a day. But honestly, it's not so much the amount that I won or lost as it is my own game, the way that I played or didn't show up to play today, which was very much inexcusable if you ask me. And so it's just it's one of those things I need to be better on. So tomorrow I'm there's no way you're really gonna know because I vlog every day at market close. But tomorrow the idea is to to get in my rhythm earlier and be mentally ready by market open, not like kind of still getting ready by market open. So it's more of a personal kind of success habit that needs to be addressed here, and not really anything that going on with the charts. So that's it for today, and yeah, I hope that this is a not very impressive performance or news or anything like that for anybody watching. It's it's very disappointing actually. But it is honest. That's the only thing I can promise, is that it's always going to be honest. And even if it's an embarrassing day, I will show up and be forthcoming about it. That's the way that's the one thing that I'm committed to, no matter what happens, is that I'm not gonna lie about it. And hopefully that counts for something. I don't know. We'll see. So tomorrow, watch tomorrow be like a breakout trade that doesn't work at all, even though I show up to do it. I don't know. Hopefully, knocking on wood, hope that doesn't happen. Hope the trends, the breakouts continue. I also took a New Zealand trade, which ended up stopping me out for break even, and I don't know what's gonna happen now. It's all the way back up here. I took a shot at the at the 620. This was an idea, someone else's idea, not mine, and it did. And then I got stopped out for break even. At this point, I was like, this right here was like a $500 move, just this small right here, because this is not a mini or micro. This is the expensive kind of contract. So and I gave it all back, because my target was set somewhere down here by 570. I think it was 620 to 570. It was like a 50 pip move that I was looking for, and I didn't miss. I just didn't hit target, so I got stopped out for break even, which sucks. I don't know if I'm going to take another shot at it or what, because I don't know. We'll just have to see. That's it. That's really it. This could have been a very promising move, but I got stopped out for break even. The Nasdaq, I only took one contract. It was small, so my wins, like the ones where I was right, were like very disappointing and diluted. My wins were very diluted, and my losses were were full force, right, as they always are, right? So it didn't make up for it, you know. The idea is to, even though you're wrong more than you're right, the wins should be like several times bigger, so that even though you are wrong more often, it actually pans out to being profitable. That I'm doing the opposite right now, at least for the past couple of days. Obviously, the month is still early. It's like first week of the month, so there's plenty of time left to reach my goal. It's just that like being like just like reflecting on what is going on, I have to show up differently. It's not the chart's fault. The opportunities are there. There were thousands of dollars of opportunity, today, and it was just my fault for missing it. And not using my other side projects as an excuse, but this is important as well, and it doesn't actually require as much bandwidth and mental effort as I'm kind of complaining about here. It's actually really like once I'm in a groove, it's actually very easy to just set and forget, and then leave it alone, and then manage profits. Or there's no managing losses, or you just get stopped out. But managing profits and or scaling into profits is a game that I can check in on like every so often, right? So I don't know. Today was just one of those days. Obviously, hindsight is 2020, and you can't really predict the future. I don't have a crystal ball or anything like that, but it's just one of those things that I'm kicking myself for not recognizing that the opportunities were there. There's really no reason I should have missed any of these things. The opening range break for the equities was something. Was kind of something like this right here, right? This doji looking candle went up and down, and it just finished its first opening 15 minutes right in the middle here, balancing out, just stopping out everybody. And so I think I took the retrace of this long, and then I think I tried to stack another one, and then that got stopped out, and so I'm just still stuck with the one, and that it's like still holding a $76 profit overnight, right? So that's it. Nothing really to brag about or write home about. This was a lackluster day, but it was a very, very it was an important day to recognize the importance of my trading routine, to really kind of bring that back into perspective. So humbling day. It was a very humbling day. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully that you got something out of it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the trading vlog from YouTube. Leave a comment if you want to see me do anything specific, and if you have any questions. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Bye.